Guys, welcome back to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about myths and also realities when it comes to eyelash extensions application. If you guys are looking to purchase eyelash extensions materials, you can go ahead and check out our website at www.nanamonabeauty.com. My name is Monica. I am one of the founders of Nana and Mona and also your English version instructor.
Y si te gustaría ver este mismo video pero en español, revisa mi canal que aquí vas a encontrar la información.
Now, as I mentioned in the intro, today we are going to be debunking the myths and also talking about the realities when it comes to applying eyelash extensions. And since we have 10 points, let's start right away. Number 1, can you lose all of your natural lashes when applying eyelash extensions? This will not happen when the application is done correctly and when the professional materials are used for this application, such as professional eyelash extensions glue and not nail glue, which I've heard that some people do use. These cases, although they are rare, can be still found on some people. And we have shown you in the previous videos how to do a proper application. Remember that you should always place the extension on top of the natural lash, at least 1 to 2 millimeters away from the lash line, and also not on the skin or on the eyelid, but on the natural lash. Why do we do this? Well, if you guys remember from the anatomy of the eye, we were talking about how the natural lash and the follicle needs oxygen in order for this cycle to keep renewing itself. Well, when we apply the extension too close onto the lash line or on the lash line, then we are obstructing this follicle and then we have necrosis, which is the death of the follicle, which leads to no hair growing from there whatsoever, and that's when eyelash extensions can harm your natural lashes. But if you're doing this in the correct manner and you are researching who you're getting this done from, then you shouldn't have an issue. Number 2, do eyelash extensions last more than 4 to 6 months? No, this is a myth. Since we are applying eyelash extensions onto our natural eyelashes, our natural eyelash has a cycle. This cycle can take from 90 to 100 or even up to 110 days for it to complete. Remember, we have the different phases of growths from the lashes. Therefore, the extensions cannot last more than 4 to 6 months on their own because the life cycle of our lashes itself are from 90 to 100 days. Of course, that changes if you keep getting fills, but that's a whole different story. Number 3, using makeup while you have your eyelash extensions is bad. That is a myth. If you guys see, I had makeup on. For the whole makeup shenanigans, you can use makeup. This is a myth, and I don't know who said that you just can't use makeup, because you can. The only thing that we're asking, or the technicians usually tell the people who get the eyelash extensions, is to always make sure to have the proper hygiene and always make sure to use the correct products. We don't want to use anything that is waterproof, because obviously that's going to be harder to remove on the eyelash extensions, and you're probably going to end up using an oil-based remover or whatever you're using for your eyes, and therefore when we're using the oil, this is going to deteriorate the consistency of the glue, which is going to lead to premature fallout. But other than that, you can use anything that's water-based. If you're using eyeliner, always try going with pencil, because the liquid tends to go onto the lash line, and then sometimes it can go on the lashes and create lumps, which can sometimes make the lashes stick together, and it's just a whole mess. Obviously no mascara, because mascara will mess your lashes up and they will make them stick all together and they will be clumpy. But this is mostly common sense. It's not like you cannot use makeup at all. You can. Just make sure that you are creating a proper cleaning of the eye area and your lash area, and you should be completely good to go. 4, can eyelash extensions cause allergies or infections? This is a reality and a myth. I would probably stand in the middle. There may be 2 reasons why we are having an allergic reaction, or why a guest can develop allergies. This can be due to a pre-existing condition that a person might have, which is going to lead to them having allergies reaction, but to the products from which we're using for eyelash extensions applications. For example, a person can be allergic to the glue dyes or to the glue fumes. But that is why we mentioned in the pre-consultation video that it's always important to do a patch test on a person, not on their skin, but on their eyelash extensions. And always try doing this with a non-pigmented adhesive, which is the clear adhesive, or a black adhesive, because you never know if they're allergic to anything. Once you've done this test and your guest does not manifest any sort of discomfort or allergy reaction, you're good to go. If they do, you have to then accommodate and find a solution. Or if this person has been developing an allergic reaction and it keeps worsening, then I would just definitely not do their eyelash extensions, because it's going to progress and get worse over time. The second part to which I believe people develop allergies or any sort of infectious diseases is when they do not go ahead and do the proper cleaning on their eyelash extensions. This could be if you do not wash them regularly or at all, or if you never get any sort of removal, deep cleanse, and a fresh new application. And this is the part where we thank our sponsors. Just kidding. This is the part where I show you guys that we have a new product, which is going to be our Lash shampoo. This is going to be available on our website, but this is a pump. It's a foam cleanser. It's hypoallergenic. It has no fragrance and it's cruelty free. So you can use this to wash your lashes as a lash shampoo, lash bath, whatever you want to call it. But this is a good way to prevent any sort of risks or diseases that can be caused on your eyelash extensions. So to summarize, eyelash extensions themselves do not cause any sort of allergic reaction. Number 5, is the application painful? Let me tell you guys, if it would be painful, I would not be getting my eyelash extensions done at all. I know a lot of people who actually think that this is normal for it to be painful, but in reality, it is not normal. In fact, it is very relaxing for some people, to the extent where they fall asleep and they start snoring, which is a good sign for a lash tech, because this is like a compliment. They're saying, oh my God, I'm so relaxed, go ahead and do your thing. Sometimes what can happen is that your eyes begin to cry a little, but this is due to the vapors of the glue sometimes going inside of your eye. But there are many ways to avoid this and to make sure that this does not happen. For example, when you're about to start a set and you see that the person has the eyes that don't close like me, then you can just go ahead and apply some tape. Or if at the end you're trying to open your eyes and you feel like there's fumes, the only thing you can do is just let them settle, close your eyes, and maybe go over it with a nano mister, go over it with a fan, or simply just dry it off, and then you will be good to go. Another example is if your eye patches are going way deep inside of your eye. This can also be fixed by just moving them down, or the outer corners and inner corners, just pulling them down, and it should be way more comfortable. Number 6, can you swim with eyelash extensions? Of course. You could do anything at all. The only thing we recommend is to not go in the water 12 to 24 hours after you have done your application. Sometimes we tell our guests that if they're going on vacation, come at least 2 days before to get your set done, and then you are free to go and jump inside of a pool as soon as you land your airplane. For those of you who just want more information, remember that the reason why we do 12 to 24 hours is because the eyelash extensions need that time to not only dry, but also to cure and bond securely onto the natural eyelash. If you expose your eyelash extensions to humidity prematurely, then the bond is not going to solidify, it's going to crystallize, and this is going to cause your eyelash extensions to fall faster. And another thing, which is a good tip, is that if you are going to a vacation and you are going to go into a pool which has chlorine in it, what you want to do is that as soon as you're done with the chlorine pool, you go and wash your eyes, because this chlorine substance is going to also deteriorate and change the substance of your glue, and it can cause for the eyelash extensions to fall prematurely. But other than that, you can go ahead and do whatever you want. Number 7, can eyelash extensions damage your eyes or give you a disease or decrease your vision? Again, this is a point where I'm going to stand in the middle, because although it is a myth, if you are doing this by the right person, this can happen if you are not in the hands of a right person. This point is closely related to the allergies one, but this also depends a lot on the technician, how they apply the eyelash extensions, and also on the proper cleansing of the eyelash. If and when you went to a person that is properly certified, and also if and when you are doing the proper hygiene, then you should not experience any of this. In fact, I do my grandma's eyelash extensions, and she is 72, gonna turn 73. She says that she can see better with eyelash extensions. I don't know if it's true, but she wears glasses, and when she has her eyelash extensions, she says she doesn't even need them. That's what she said. Many times you should not even feel that they're there. Like, I don't even feel that they're there. Number 8. Is it necessary to rest from eyelash extensions, or is there a maximum limit of times where I can apply them? This is a myth, but it really depends on your circumstances. Some people take time off when they are just financially unable to keep up with the lashes. Other people just do it because they can't keep up with the maintenance of having to do the infill session or the fill-in, whatever you want to call it. And other people medically have to leave them because let's say they're going to get LASIK surgery, or they're going to, I don't know, do some sort of like treatment. If and when you have the proper hygiene and also you have had your eyelash extensions placed by a technician, there should be no reason that you have to rest from them. Although we have had cases, for example, where a person came in and she was in a very, very stressful job. Her natural lashes were just so fragile because of the stress, and they just kept coming right off. We did tell her that her lashes were very weak. We told her to go check herself in the doctor because that was not normal, and also to come back when she wasn't as stressed. Other than that, you really don't have to rest, and there is no maximum limit of applying eyelash extensions. Adriana, Nana, has been getting these lashes for 10 years and does not rest. And she's doing perfectly fine. I have maybe like 2 or 3 years, but I feel good. Number 9, can you apply eyelash extensions on your own self? Can you? Yes, you can. Should you? No, you shouldn't. When the fumes accidentally get into my eyes when they don't close completely, my eyes burn. So I can't even imagine having to have my eyes open and me placing eyelash extensions onto my eyes, which are open, and having to keep them open. I personally couldn't do it. Adriana has done it in the past, but she says that this is very uncomfortable, and I totally agree. I've seen a couple of girls on the internet doing it and they seem to be pretty fine, but I don't know. I personally would say no. Thankfully, if I ever need a fill-in, I will tell my sister or I will tell Nana, but I will never do this on myself because I will just cry. Number 10, should you always sleep like a mummy? Nope. That is not true, and I personally can tell you it is not true. I personally sleep like this. I don't know if you guys can see, but I might lose a little more from this side than from the other side because this is the side that I sleep on. When we have eyelash extensions and we are placing our face onto the pillow or whatever you use to sleep, the friction between that surface and also your eyelash extensions create the extensions to fall off faster. But it shouldn't be too crazy, although it will be a little more noticeable. Some people like to use special masks for sleeping. I just go ahead and do whatever I have to do because I'm tired. But some people do sleep on their back and they're comfortable. So it just depends on you. But this is a myth that you absolutely have to sleep on your back. Well guys, we are done for today. In conclusion, I would suggest that whenever you are about to do this eyelash extensions procedure, always make sure to do your research and find the person who has either whatever makes you feel more secure. The most knowledge, the most reviews, the most pictures of her work, I don't know. But just make sure that you are knowledgeable when you are about to do this procedure, and choose wisely, pick wisely, and go with whoever you think is mostly prepared. And if you guys still don't know what's happening and you don't know what's a myth, what's a reality, go ahead and leave us a comment below. Shoot us a message on our Instagram and we will always be happy to answer you. It was always a pleasure being with you. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye! Mwah!